Good morning, ladies. All right, I'm coming to you with video number 5. And this will be the final of the series for earrings. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little review of the ones that we've already made. So we have these dangle hoop earrings that I showed how to do out of memory wire. Then we have these dangles as well that we're using eye pins to make, so there's movement in between each one. Okay, then we have these drop chain earrings where they're on at different levels. And then we have these, and these were the ones that we did first, just using eye pins to make some simple, cute little dangles. So these were a lot of fun to make. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here is number 5. We're gonna do these today. So I thought this would be fun. All right, we're gonna do them in blue. All right, so these are the 3 that I'm constantly using, which are my round needle nose, my regular needle nose with the actual ridges, and my flush cutters. All right, now the size beads, okay, like these are kind of what I do when I get beads and I'm running to the very end. I don't keep them in their separate bags. I just put them all in one to just save space. And then when I go to do things like this, I grab these so I don't have to cut into another string. So you'll see that these blue ones right here, these came on a multi-strand with different sizes. Like I've mentioned previously that Michael's and Hobby Lobby has them that way. The absolute best way to get glass beads is when they have the 4 different sizes. So you'll see right here, I have a 5 millimeter Swarovski crystal right here, the bicone. And then this little tiny glass is a 2 millimeter. They came on a bunch of different strands of, of different beads. Okay, this right here, I believe would be like a 6 millimeter. The crazy thing is you kind of have to guess on these because they don't tell you. Some of them do not tell you that it's, 2, 4, 6, 8 or 8, 10. I kind of have to guess, and sometimes I'm wrong, guys. But I just grabbed the smallest of them. And then this right here is just a metal finding. Oops. It's just a metal finding. You can get these at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's. And I think I may have gotten these at Hobby Lobby. I don't remember, to be completely honest. And then these right here did come from Joann's, because these I made, I did a class at Frank's, and it comes in these 2 shapes when you buy them. It's Hildy and Joe, I believe is the name of it, from Joann's. So it comes with these 2, and then you get like, I think 2 of these and 4 of these. So I'm using the small ones for the earrings. Okay, and then we're using fish hook wire posts, I guess the be earring posts, just called fish hook. And then these are 1-inch head pins, which are flat. Okay, these right here are 1.5-inch eye pins. Okay, so this part right here, keep in mind the measurements can change depending on the beads you choose to use. So right here I used a 1.5 because this is what I had. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna cut off some of it. It didn't quite fit the 1-inch because I did try to see if the 1-inch would fit, but it doesn't. Not with the stack that I have. Now, if you choose to make this smaller and maybe just put 1 bead, then you can get away with using a 1-inch eye pin. But because I chose to do it differently, I had to look in my stash and see what I had. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so we're gonna do the first one is with this eye pin. Okay, let's put the camera down just a smidge. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna put on this little itty bitty 2 millimeter bead, the metal finding, and the other 2mm bead. Okay, so this right here, I can't just do a loop because you see how big that's going to be. So this is where the guesstimate comes in. Cut farther away as opposed to shorter, just to make sure. I guesstimate a lot because I could kind of tell how my hoops are going to have to be, but also keep in mind this right here is kind of wide. So you got to make sure when you do this hoop on here to hook here, it needs to be wider. So I'm going to show you that. So I have to keep in consideration that since I need to make a bigger loop to not go too far down where I would normally make one that matches this one. The one I'm going to make, it's not going to match this one. Okay, so we're going to cut farther away so I have more space. Okay, so I take my round needle nose, and remember I mentioned up here the hoops get bigger. Okay, so I'm going to go back here a little more, probably halfway through. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it and then back towards me. Okay, so you see the hoop is bigger than this size because this one is what's going to hook on to your fish hook, this right here. So we can go ahead and put that one on now. All right, let's see which side I did it on. There we go. Oops. All right, can I just tell you how much I love this weather? This is like my favorite weather in California is overcast. The sun is not out. Next week is supposed to be brutal, so I'm kind of enjoying this weather because it's like in the 70s, and that is like perfect weather for me. Okay, so we hooked on the smaller one. The way the actual eye pin came, they'll naturally come smaller. Okay, so we went the bigger one down here so that it could fit this because it's thicker. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead, oops, and open this up. And then we're going to slide this one on. Okay, make sure metal is touching metal. And then we have this part right here. Some of you guys might be okay with it just looking like this, you know? If you don't want to add the extra, you could stop right there. All right, so then this one we're going to go ahead and add. This is the 1-inch head pin. So I do have to cut a little off of each of these because I want my loop to butt right next to the bead. Okay. All right. Make sure it's flush. Right hand's doing all the work. Open all the way back. Okay, so you see that it's like that, then turn it back towards you. And then turn. Okay, so that it looks like this. Okay, so we're gonna put that down and we're gonna do it again. Cut off a little bit off the top. It's all a guesstimate, guys. And then we're gonna go right here to about 1/3 of the way towards, excuse me, it's flush right here. So you don't feel the pin sticking out. Not too far down right there. Okay, if you notice, the tool never comes out of the actual loop, and that's the way you want it. Okay, so there's the loop. We're gonna grab the other one. We're gonna take off a little smidge off the top. Take this like about 1/3 of the way in. Right hand does the turn if you're right-handed. Oops, I let go of that. And you're just pushing against the thumb right here. Just keep it in the loop, turn it towards you, and then turn back. We're not going to actually worry about that because I have to open these back up to hang them on here anyways. Okay, so we're going to do this one, this one, this one is how I'm going to choose to hang it from the heart. And the cool thing is you can actually, if you choose, if to use a jump ring, you put this on the jump ring and then put it on the heart, but then it just makes it even longer, and I just feel like it's too much. So I prefer to hang these directly on the heart, but you do have that option if you want to do it that way. If it's more pleasing to your eye to do it that way. Oops. I think I need to open it up more. You do have to open it up a little wider because of the heart being so thick. All right. So we have, and what I like is that it floats back and forth. It's not stuck to it. So it's got movement. All right, then we're gonna do this one right here. This bead cap right here, guys, I don't remember where I got it from. I think I got this, I got it from Hobby Lobby. When they were having their clearance on these where they were like $1. So I did find a few of them. I really didn't get to get many of those deals. They were like sold out by the time I got there. But that's where these little bead caps came from, is Hobby Lobby. Okay, so we're gonna open, where's the opening? You know, it's funny, I always jump on this and do these without my glasses, and I know better. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and put that on. These are super easy peasy, guys. I swear the showstopper is just the heart. Because I was like, let's go ahead and do something that's just got a little bit more idea to it. And also too, when you guys have something like this, never open it this way. You want to always open it away from you. Okay, so you'll see right here where I have the circle, I'm pushing it away. If you open it up this way, you take away the whole circle and you will never be able to put it back in it look as pretty together. So it kind of ruins that for you. So you got to make sure on how you open these, and we'll go over it again on that next earring. Because I've never mentioned that because I didn't think about that, you know, because everybody opens their pins differently, but there is a right and wrong way to do those. Okay, so you see? So this is super duper cute. Love how this came out. Now let's go ahead and do the next one. So we're gonna grab our 1.5 inch eye pin, 2mm bead, metal finding, and then another 2mm bead. All right, now we're gonna cut off a good portion of this one, not too much though, because remember we have to get it around the thickness of this heart. All right, we're gonna take it about halfway down, and we're gonna just turn it away from us and then back so that this loop is big. Now we're gonna go ahead, when we open this, we're gonna take the part that we just put up and we're gonna, if I can get a grip of it, we're gonna turn it away, okay? So that you see right here, it's back here, behind. And then we're gonna slide the heart on. And now when we close it, we're gonna just turn it back towards us, okay? And then close it off, and then we have this part done. Then we take the smaller hole, which is the way the eye pin came, and then we're gonna hook that onto the fish hook, okay? And I figured I would try to do a tutorial earlier in the morning, but to avoid all the loud cars and as many planes that are taking off. But sometimes, guys, it's like, I don't know what it is. I can never seem to plan it out right. All right, so we have this one right here with our 1 inch head pin, and we're gonna just cut off a smidge off the top. And we have to make sure that the loop is going to be big enough to go onto this heart for all 3 of them. So you do not want to cut your wire too close. Okay, so let's go ahead and just put it on now. Instead of just doing them all at once, we can just automatically just put them on and it's all good. All right, we're gonna grab our next one with the bead cap. We're gonna cut a little off the top. Go right about down to the middle. Okay. Turn it back towards us so you see that that's a nice bigger size loop. All right. And then we're gonna get this. We're gonna hold it and close it to where the metal touches the metal. Okay. Grab the last one. Take a little off the top. Go about down to the middle. Right hand does all the work if you're right-handed. And then turn it back towards us. And then squeeze and bend. Okay? Now we're gonna open up this loop away from us. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this on here. Voila. So I absolutely love it. Now when this goes on the ear, it's gonna go like this. So it'll hang like this. When somebody's looking at you, this is how the earring is gonna set. Okay. So this is how they look. If you wanted them to go to where this is like on the side, then you would have to add a jump ring in here. It'll change the direction of your earring. I just didn't want to add, because these are pretty long already, so I didn't want to add too many jump rings. So let's see. It's already almost 3 inches, guys. So if you were to add another one, and if you would prefer it that way, then absolutely have at it, add more. But for me, this is pretty long, and I like it this way. All right, so here is the final number 5 earring of this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Gosh, there's so many different earrings, guys. We could go on for days and days with different styles and different beads. So I'm going to give till Friday for everybody to get an opportunity to catch up on all the videos. And then come Saturday, I will go ahead and pull 2 names to win the earrings that I've been making. So each person will win 5 sets of earrings that I've made. So none of these will stay with me. And then they have to be US only, guys. And I do apologize for that in advance. But I hope that you are able to learn a little something from the tutorials that I've showed you, and then turn it to make it something your own. Maybe you guys will come up with a, add on to this, and it'll be a really cool idea, and I would love to see it, because we never know, none of us know everything, so we can only teach what we know now, and I love being inspired by all of you guys. So this is it. And just like I said, it'll be open until Friday, this Friday, and today I believe is the 22nd. So what, the 23rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, the 27th. Well, I'm gonna give till the end of day Friday, and then come Saturday, I'll put everybody's names in, and I'll do it by random.org to pull 2 numbers, and I will reach out to both of you. So, and then what I'll do is I'll respond back to you in the comments. And then we will figure out, what I'll do is I'll put my email. When I get the winners, I'll put my email, and then you can go ahead and send me your address information so that it's private and not open to everybody, and then I'll send these out to you right away. All right, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for all your comments, and I really appreciate you following along on these earring tutorials, and I really hope you learned something. So other than that, have a super amazing, blessed Sunday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.